look of Deepika Padukone is trending as she walked the ramp for Manish Malhotra at Mijwan 2022, and I'm going to be showing you how to get this look. First things first, her brows are way lighter than mine, so I'm going to be lightening my brows using the Sally Hansen bleach. I do this by mixing 1 part of activator with 3 parts of cream bleach, and then I apply it on my brows. This package comes with an instruction manual, so it's very easy to use. While bleaching my brow hair, first I apply it in the opposite direction of my hair growth, and then I apply it in the direction of my hair growth so everything is completely covered. And then I keep it on for about 8 minutes. I've realized 8 minutes is optimal. If I try to keep it for more than that, the hair starts to get a little brassy. So 8 minutes it is. I remove the bleach and I rinse it off with some cold water. I don't use any cleansers or soaps for about 24 hours. And as you can see, it has lightened the brows quite a bit again. Here's a before and here's the after. Now let's do some skin prep. I'm going to be first using the Kahi Multi Balm. This is an anti-wrinkle balm that I use regularly. It has made a huge difference to my skincare, and it definitely makes your skin appear so much more healthier. And to keep the under eyes soft and nice, I'm going to be using the Silk Peony Melting Eye Cream. This is from Tatcha, and this is my favorite eye cream. Primer, I'm going to be using Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Invisible UV Flawless Primer. This has an SPF of 50. As the name suggests, it is an invisible, weightless, scentless primer and has a broad spectrum of SPF 50 and hyaluronic acid that primes, supports, and hydrates your skin. This primer can be used on any skin type, and it helps especially if you have pores, dryness, and redness. To get that flawless base, I am going to be color correcting using the Exa High Fidelity Color Corrector in the shade Peach. However, I do feel like my skin has improved a lot. My dark circles and patches were so much more prominent before. Let me know what you think. I know I owe you a skincare routine that's coming up, I promise you. But as of now, I'd love to hear from you, like, what do you think about my skin? I'm taking very little product in the back of my hand and applying it with a concealer brush. Although I don't have too much discoloration now, it does make a difference. For that full coverage foundation, I'm going to be using the Milani Conceal and Perfect Smooth Finish Foundation in the shade Sand. As you know, I've used this before, and this is actually my shade, but I've tanned so much during summer, it looks a little bit lighter. But that's okay because we will be using contours and dimensions to fix that. So trust the process. This foundation gives so much coverage that all you need is very little product, and I'm using my favorite Real Techniques brush to apply this. I'm going to link everything in the description box down below, so do check that out. And if you observe carefully, I'm starting with the center of my face, spreading the product outward. That's because if you start using it in the circumference of your face first, there's going to be too much product settled in your hairline and it starts to look a little odd. It almost gives you that feel of you're wearing a wig when you're not. So to avoid that, I'm starting in the center of my face and I'm going to spread it outward. And I'm going to bring it all the way down to my neck so my neck and face are the same color. Now to add some dimension to this flat look, I'm going to be using a deeper shade of concealer from Colourpop. This is in the shade 200N. Again, I'm taking a tad bit in the back of my hand, and with the same brush that I used for the foundation, I'm going to be applying this in areas where I want to create that dimension and that shadow. And this concealer is very flexible. Although I've used a different brand of foundation, it's blending in seamlessly. To add a little bit more coverage in areas where my dark circles and patches are peeking through, although not too much, but just a tad bit, I'm going to be using the Milani Concealer in the shade 145, which is a true match to my skin tone. And then with a smaller concealer brush, I'm going to blend this out. Before this concealer starts to crease under my eyes, because I do have fine lines, I'm going to be setting it with the Derma Blend Setting Powder. I'm using a dry sponge like a powder puff, but you're welcome to use a powder puff if you're more comfortable with that. And then to set the rest of the face, I'm going to be using the Bare Minerals Bare Pro Pressed Powder in the shade Medium 35 Neutral. I'm going to very lightly dust it all over my face with a large powder brush. Now that we have a full coverage, flawless base going on, it's time to lock it. And for that, I'm going to be using the Super Setter by Benefit Cosmetics. This is a setting spray. So setting sprays help to lock the base makeup. It will not allow it to move or come off unless you take it off. In other words, it makes the makeup long-lasting. Her brows were pretty filled in, so I'm going to be using the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil in the shade 4. I'm going to start with the top portion of the brows by using the spoolie to brush my brow hair downwards so I can clearly see and fill it in. And then I'm going to be using the spoolie to brush my brow hair upwards so I can fill in the bottom portion of my brows. Her brows also looked feathered out, so I'm going to be using the Kosas Air Brow Gel to feather my brows out. This is a clear gel, so it's not going to add any extra color to my brows. It's only going to set it in place, feathering it out. And to clean up underneath the brows, again, I'm using the Milani concealer in the shade 145, but I'm not going to be using it on my lid as a base for my eyeshadows. That's because I'm going to be using an eyeshadow stick as a base for my eyeshadows today, and the one that I'll be using is the Mented Cosmetics Color Intense Eyeshadow Stick in Deja Brew. Her eyeshadow looked pretty intense, and this will help to intensify it. I'm going to be using this all the way from my lash line up to my socket. And then I'm going to soften the edge using a blending brush by Wet n Wild. For the rest of the shadows, I'm going to be using the Bare Necessities palette. This is by Colourpop. For that stunning shimmer on the lid, I'm going to be using Idle Hour, first with my finger, and then I'm going to spread it out with a flat shader brush. Next, I'm going to be using a waterproof eyeliner in my waterline and lash line. This is the GXV by Gwen Stefani, and this pencil is called Line It Up Waterproof Eyeliner Pencil. It doesn't have to be perfect because we'll be smudging it anyway. Now with a small smudging brush, believe it or not, this is from Coastal Scents, I'm going to start smudging this eyeliner. To intensify this further, I'm going to be using a black eyeshadow. This is called Spyglass. With a smaller liner brush, I'm going to be setting the eyeliner that I just smudged, intensifying it further, as well as pulling a small wing in the outer corner, just like Deepika Padukone has. With the same brush and more of that black eyeshadow, I'm also going to intensify my lower lash line. If you observe her eye makeup, her crease is defined and deep. So to add that depth, I'm using the residue that's left on the brush. I'm taking it all the way from the outer to the inner corner through the socket. And while I do that, I'm also going to be dipping into Hot Gossip to soften the crease a bit. And then taking a little bit more of that black eyeshadow, I'm going to intensify the outer corner. That looks fantastic. And now I'm going to be dipping into Hot Gossip once again to soften the lower lash line. Using Silk Teddy, I'm going to highlight my inner corner as well as brow bones. Although this looks great and exactly like hers, now because I have hooded eyes, most of this eye makeup is going to hide under that hood. So I'm going to be using an eyelid tape. This is called Cutie Cuter. I bought it off of Amazon and it's very easy to use. You spritz some water on it because it's water activated. It becomes sticky, and I'm going to stick it right on that crease line that passes along my lid. And that'll make my lid space appear so much more bigger. Again, here's the before and here is the after, and you can see it makes such a big difference. Time to finish up, so I'm going to first curl my lashes. This curler is from LH Cosmetics by Linda Hellberg. Absolutely love her. For mascara, I'm using a new one. This is the Maybelline Green Edition Mascara. Maybe not new, but new for me because I've never used it before. And for eyelashes, I'm going to be using Ardell in the style 117, which is the natural lashes. Finishing off with some mascara in my lower lashes. And here is the completed eye look. I love the way this turned out, but it's time to finish up the rest of the face before I reveal the completed look. Some of that warmth and that contour has faded, so I'm going to be using the Maxi Bronzer, this is by Rimmel, to warm up my face a little bit more to add that dimension back to my face. That hue of rosiness on the cheeks, I'm going to be using the Blushful palette. This is by Ofra Cosmetics. And the one that I'll be using is Pink Ribbon. Although it looks soft in the palette, it is so pigmented. And for that light highlighter on the face, I'm going to be using Idle Hour, the eyeshadow that we used on the lid. I'm going to be using it very lightly on the high planes of my face. The reason I'm doing this is this eyeshadow is so delicate and it has the same consistency and the same texture as a highlighter. You can, of course, use a highlighter too, but if there's an eyeshadow that does the same thing, then why not? Now to bring everything together and blend everything together, I'm going to dab all around my face with a powder puff. This is actually the Tati Blenderful. It's like a powder puff. You can also use a sponge if you prefer. Her lips were my absolute favorite. There's this trend going on about gym lips, where it's your lips but a better version, and that's exactly what she had with a little bit of gloss. First, I'm going to line my lips with the Bare Minerals lip liner in Blissful Blush. Then I'm going to be using my favorite lip gloss, again by Bare Minerals, in Sincerity. Again, as you can see, that looks so pretty. It's your lips, but a better version with a little bit of gloss. Now for the hair, I washed my hair, but I did not apply a conditioner because it's easier to style your hair when there's no conditioner. A conditioner makes it really smooth. I'm going to add some volume to the roots by teasing it. And obviously she has a bob and my hair is way longer than hers, so I'm going to be doing a faux bob. And for that, I'm just going to take some hair in the back and I'm going to pin it by rolling it inwards. And yes, nobody will know unless you tell them. And lastly, I'm just going to play around with my hair and set it. She has a back comb. I look horrible in a back comb, so I'm going to just let it flow and do its thing. If you like a back comb, you might as well. The key was to achieve that faux bob and to set it in place, and I think I did pretty good. I'd love to hear from you though. Finishing up, of course, with a white outfit and some stunning jewelry, and here is the completed look. Once again, here's the before. And here is the after. Boy, what a transformation this was, and I truly enjoyed recreating this look for you. I hope you learned something new and I hope you enjoyed this video. Please thumbs up if you did. And if you're new here, please consider subscribing to watch more recreation videos like these. Check out the description box for all the products I used along with links and links to my social media in case you plan to follow me there. I love you guys so much and I will see you soon with a brand new one. Bye guys.